Hello and welcome to episode 1 of my Yoshi's Island Low Score Challenge. Let's start with level 1. We'll be seeing 3 new enemies: the Shy Guy, who's really not that dangerous, the Crazy Daisy, who acts exactly like the Shy Guy but much cuter, and the Piranha Plant, who can actually come out and surprise you if you don't notice its roots, and for that reason can be somewhat dangerous. Level 1-1 is Make Eggs, Throw Eggs, your token tutorial about making eggs and throwing them, as the title would suggest. But anyway, this is going to be really easy, just for the sheer fact that we're not getting everything, and also because it's the first level. The game will get much more difficult as time progresses. There's only one part where I think that it's possible to really slip up in this level, and I'll be pointing that out when we get there. On this little Ferris wheel thing, don't jump because those 2 coins are red coins, and as you know, we don't want to get red coins because red coins count towards our score. Certain coins don't matter because they don't, but red coins do. And here's the part that I was speaking where you might slip up, and that is, you start out with 10 stars, and stars equate to points, and so with the 10 stars, you have to basically bring your score down to 0, so you have to get Baby Yoshi and jump through the ring at the exact same time, which can be somewhat difficult to time. Not too bad if you as soon as you get used to it, but it does take a little bit of practice and a little bit of patience, and it also can be kind of frustrating if you finally get through a difficult level and then you don't time it quite right, and that happens. So it's not that bad though. It's really just a little side challenge almost. Anyway, that's it for level 1. If you don't get 0, if you manage to time it wrong, which is actually pretty easy to do, or you accidentally get a red ring or something, or excuse me, a red coin or something, stop on this screen right here, because that screen is the furthest point you can go without the game auto-saving, and if it auto-saves and you have more than 0 and you're going for a low score challenge, then you're kind of screwed. Anyway, let's get into level 1-2. We'll be seeing chomps in this level. We're really not that dangerous if you do it the way I'm going to. There are 2 ways to play level 1-2. Watch out below. You can either not sprint through it and try to do very precision platforming and trying to avoid all the coins, which is a pain in the ass, or you can do it the way I'm doing it, which is just sprint past everything, no problem whatsoever, and we're already done with what can be the hardest section of the level. Anyway, we have 2 new mechanics right here. The warp pipe, which will be infinitely respawning Shy Guys so that we can make as many eggs as we can hold, as well as the gray sort of surface that can be destroyed by throwing eggs at it. You don't have to worry about any of the coins in this area, and none of them are red coins. Here we have our first middle ring, which is basically just a checkpoint. If you die, you'll respawn there. That's all it is. And here we have the first instance of a Yoshi transformation gimmick level thing. They're really not that fun. They're much more of a pain in the butt if you're trying to get all of the red coins, because then you have to go through in multiple passes in these somewhat maze-like areas. If you're trying to do it without getting everything, or actually getting nothing, then they're very easy, but they're still kind of annoying. They break up the flow, and I think that it kind of hinders the gameplay just a little bit. The 3 red coins above that Piranha Plant are all red coins, so you're going to want to take him out or get hit so that you can run through with invincibility frames, excuse me, and also save that Shy Guy because that's the last enemy, and if you want to get rid of all your stars, you need him. And let's actually do that. Oh no. Oh no. Well, let's try that again. And that time we timed it perfectly. I've found that it's easiest to go about like 5 steps to the left and then get hit with 3 seconds, and then that will put the Baby Mario right under the goal so that you can pretty much time it perfectly to jumping into the goal and hitting him at the same time. But anyway, that does it for level 1-2. It's time for level 1-3. The only new enemy in this level is the Nipper Plant, who was originally the Walking Piranha in Super Mario 3. They're not dangerous at all. As the name, the Cave of Chomp Rock would suggest, this is our first cave level of the game, and right off the bat, we get Indiana Jones. Fortunately enough for Yoshi, he has the ability to jump much higher than Indiana Jones did. Also, note the awesome cave music. This coin structure has red coins at the top, so go through the bottom to avoid getting any red coins. Here we have our first little introduction to the branching paths and maze-esque level design of these caves. It gets really cryptic later in the game. However, for now, it's simple. As you can see, I mean, the dead ends are right there. But that's our very, very early warm-up. I gotta give props to Koji Kondo for composing a great soundtrack for this game. This is easily my favorite of his compositions, and he's worked on games like the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, and the rest of the Legend of Zelda series, which all had great soundtracks. I don't know why Twilight Princess came to mind first, but he writes some fantastic music, but this is, in my opinion, the cream of the crop as far as his work goes. Another thing that everyone notices right away about this game is the fantastic visual style. They were originally not going to go with the hand-drawn crayon style art, and instead go for a Donkey Kong Country style 3D polygon on a 2D background visual style, but I'm very glad that they decided to go with the crayon, because I couldn't see this game any other way. They used the 3D polygon style for the introduction with Yoshi, and that just looks weird to me. This is just so much more fitting. Anyway, here we are at the end of the level, so we gotta get rid of all of our stars. And while we do that, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 1 of my low score challenge of Yoshi's Island. And I will see you guys in the next one.